not take this for granted coming up here and speaking to you guys. Literally, I talked to Caleb on the way riding here. I'm like, look how cool our life is. Like, look how cool our life is. We woke up. First thing I do, I walk out, I go look at these crazy ass mountains. I'm like, this is insane that I live in Utah. Go back, we go hit a run in Provo Canyon where we're hosting a marathon later this week. That's crazy to say that we're hosting a marathon later this week. Go run the canyon. Like, it's this beautiful river with the big mountains right here. It feels great outside. Get done with that. Then we go bike around this beautiful lake. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, out loud, like I'm talking to myself out loud. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, this is my life. Come back, quick dinner, shower on the way here. And it's like, I'm getting ready to come speak. Like, to me, like, this is like a show. Like, this is like an event for me. And I'm sitting there thinking all the way down here. And every time I can't bottle up my excitedness. Like, I'm very leaky with my excited. Like, everyone knows if I'm excited, I'll just like naturally jump sometimes. And on the right here, I was like, this is so freaking cool. Like, the lifestyle that I'm living right now is so freaking cool, and I do not take it for granted. And I just want to thank y'all for offering this space for me to step in. So today's about to be awesome. Gleed hit me up a couple days ago. Was like, hey, we need you. Perfect. Let's do it. So what I'm going to talk about is something that I've been living recently. I don't talk about things, like I don't tell people how they should live. Even like when I started the podcast, my very first episode was like, this is not a podcast to tell people how to live. All I talk about is what I'm going through and what I'm learning from it. So this is what I'm about to do with y'all, is I'm about to share the past couple of months of my life and just like what's been working for me and what I'm going to keep doing moving forward. So we want to talk about momentum, growing momentum. 100%, dude. I have seen more success the past 2 blitzes than all of last summer. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. And I'm not even working. Like, I felt like I was more push all last summer. And now it feels like I'm just getting pulled. Like, now it feels like a more of a pull for me. Like, I go into a house, I'm not nervous. I don't care if they sign or not. Like, I don't come in there like, man, I hope this sells. Man, I hope this sells. I walk in and the shit kind of just happens. Like, I just have that confidence where I walk in and it just happens. Last summer, push, man, I hope they sell. I was like getting juiced up before I go into the close. Like, now, I just go and make it happen. And it feels more of a pull for me. And I want to talk about that difference between how I went from push to pull. Because it's a complete different feeling. And I've shown up as a completely different person and a completely different leader in the past couple of months because I feel pulled. Like, I feel like God, I'm on the path that God has laid out for me, and He wants me to win because He gave me this vision for a reason, and I believe that. That is what is causing this pull for me. The previous summer was push. So that's what we're going to talk about, of how I kind of fell into the slot of feeling pulled. That's what we're going to talk about. So, last summer, it was a good summer. It was my second year, first year closing, had a car group, and it was an awesome summer. Like, it was still a success, but I got nowhere close to my goals. Not even remotely close, dude. Halfway through summer, I made the same amount of money as my rookie year setting deals as I did at closing. Like, and halfway I was like, holy shit, like I'm really close to like where I was at last year. And then we kicked it up at the end of the summer. But a completely different person. Like, I remember we were in South Fort Worth, and this was like three-fourths way through the summer, and I just had 2 deals canceled, and like I was getting a lot of cancels, and nothing was sticking, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why is this not working for me? I was supposed to, like, my goals, I was supposed to come out, I have a car group, like, I'm supposed to be good, this is how it's supposed to happen, why is this not working for me? And then I would get out of my head and be like, I'm not even supposed to be a door-to-door, like, I don't want to be a door-to-door solar sales rep. That's not what I'm put on this earth to do. God did not place me on this earth to be a door-to-door solar sales rep. And I'd get pissed, bro. Like, early in the day, I was in flow, freaking knocking. Then afterwards, around like 6 o'clock, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then if I got on Instagram, then I'd see my other friends doing really cool stuff, hosting run clubs, hosting retreats, hosting these events, speaking on stages. And then all that did was pour gasoline on the fire. I'm like, dude, fuck this. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be out here knocking doors. Like, this is bullshit. This is not the life that I had in mind for me. And then I would get out of the present moment, and then you can kind of guess how the rest of the day went. It's kind of hard to go knock and sell and be in a good state when you're like, this is not even for me. This life right here, like this, I'm bigger, I'm better than this. Like I know I'm meant for more from this. And that's the story that I told myself for majority of summer. And it really didn't hit me until the ride home. We went back to Georgia for Running Man. And just doing a lot of reflecting, and honestly the 100-mile race too. I was like, why did it not work out for me? Why did this summer, why did I get nowhere close to my goals? And it was a story that I was telling myself. And then, I'm like, all right, well, I'm coming back again. I'm going to kill it this summer. And then Ash and Ice, we started it. Heat check. Right when we get back, like, I moved to Utah. I moved to Utah to get around the team, get around the guys that are doing the thing that I want to do at a higher level. That's the only way I know how to succeed in life, is get around the people doing the thing that I want to do at a high level. That's how I do it. I just go and make friends with them. I'm like, bro, I want to learn. You're doing this thing better than me. I am an open book. Whatever you tell me, I will take it as truth and I will implement it. That's what I did. I sat right next to CJ in that damn sauna, and I asked him, what makes you so good? How did you get 4 times? How did you make more money in 1 week than I did the whole summer? How did you do it? And we're in the Ash and Ice sauna, and at the time CJ's like stretching like this, and then like I'm sitting there like, come on, tell me the secret sauce. And he gets up and he like does this. He goes like, it's a story that I tell myself. And that's all he said. He said, it's the story that I tell myself. I'm just sold on the fact that I'm supposed to succeed. Like, this is just who I am. And when you go out for 2 years and you sell every single day, it's kind of hard to believe that you're not going to sell the next day. It just happens. Because why? Because that's the type of person that he is. He is a closer that sells multiple times a day. That is his identity. And Tony Robbins talks about it like all the time. Identity, a person to stay true to that identity, that is the strongest like human pull. Like they will do whatever it takes to stay true to however they think they identify. They will do whatever it takes to make sure that is true. And if you identify as a top closer, guess what? You're gonna find a deal. Because why? Because that's what you do. That's the type of person you are. And then that stuck in my head. I'm like, okay, I've been so caught up on what I want. Like for me, I want to have a very like top high performing podcast like in the world. Like I do. That's one of my goals. I want to be able to have anybody on at any time. It doesn't matter. Like to me, that's a successful podcast. It's to be able to have the influence to be like, yo, Joe Rogan, Chris Williamson, whoever, Matthew McConaughey, I would like you to come on and share an hour. Like that's what I want in my life. I want to be able to have that influence and that power. And like I want to host retreats. I want to host events. That is something that I want to do. This is creating a compelling future for myself. This is what I wanted to do. And I was so focused on that, and I thought, you know what I do? I went to people that are doing the thing that I want to do, and I learned from them. I went to Jesse Itzler. And he talks about you have to believe the end of your story. You have to believe that the end of your story is going to come true. So I thought, well, damn. This is what I want. I got really clear on what I wanted and the type of lifestyle that I wanted. I got super fucking clear. Like I write my goals down every day. I got clear on like, this is a type of lifestyle that I want to live. And instead of asking, how do I get it, which I was doing my whole life, how do I get it, I just changed the question. This one fucking simple question has changed everything in my life recently. One question. Instead of asking myself, how do I get it? I just replaced how with who. Who do I have to become to get it? Who do I have to become to be the person that's able to do all of this? Who do I have to become? Okay, that's the stuff that I want to do, but I'm here in this present moment now. I can't really change anything. I can't just like tomorrow just like be a top podcaster, host all these events. I can't do that in one night. I have to become a type of person that's able to do that. What type of person, what type of story would that person have to have? Like when I'm on a stage in 5 years, talking about that story and that journey, how am I telling that story to people? What is that story that I'm telling? And I'm believing that the end of my story has already come true. I've already put myself in that state where like, I felt it, I visualized it, I'm like, okay, what type of story am I telling people from where I'm at today to where I want to go in 5 years? How am I telling that story? And I practice telling that story. Like I practice me telling a story about my life that hasn't even happened yet. Okay. Well, what would happen is the current moment that I'm in right now, I do door-to-door sales, and I love it. I love the team. I love everything about it. I think, and I've said it multiple times before, when I look back on my chapter and my book has been written and it has been done and I'm laying on my deathbed, I will point back to that decision I made 2 years ago to do door-to-door as one of the greatest decisions of my life. It's when everything changed for me, and I still believe it to my core that this is when everything started to change for me. It's when I started this job. When Race picked me up from the airport and then I went to that extended stay in room with Skizzy. Greatest decision of my life. It's when everything changed for me, okay? What about the experience though? You still gotta talk about that experience. How was it so impactful? Because last summer, you can't do that again. If you wanna have all of this, the person that does all of this doesn't bitch and moan when things don't go his way and then kind of quits on himself. That person is not the type of person that's capable of having all of this. Okay, talking myself out loud, okay. What type of person would I have to become to have all of that? Well, you'd have to become a top producer on the team. You'd have to become a top producer on the team. You can't just lead with words and stories. You have to let the numbers speak for itself. Numbers don't lie. Think of all the best leaders, and this is me talking to myself. Think of all the best leaders that you know on the football team. They're the best players. Yeah, they were. Think of the coaches. Yeah, they won a lot. Yeah. Think of all the leaders on the team. CJ, Glee, Zach. They throw down. They put up production. There's something about that is inspiring that was like, okay, like if he can do it, I can do it too. So I told myself, well, in the story to get to where I want to go, this season of my life, I'm a dominant closer. And not just, I don't have to be the best closer. This was a big click for me. I was on a run. I was like, I stopped, I swear to God. I stopped the run. I was like, no fucking way. And it clicked. I don't have to be the top closer. I just have to be the best car group leader. I was like, I can do that. I can. And no one cares more about their car group and their guys than me. I believe that. Nobody cares about their car group and their guys more than me. It's like, I don't have to be the best closer. I just have to be the best car group leader and get everyone in the car group to buy into this vision, just like my coaches did on every good football team I was ever on. The reason why they were so good is he got the entire team to buy into this vision, and then we would go throw down for them. Guess what? Guess what I did? I was like, I'm going to be the best car group leader that I can possibly be. Give everything that I know and every ounce of my being into my car group so they can become the best people they've ever become before. That is what I want to do. So, okay, I can do that. I can be the best car group leader. Okay, that's the type of person that I need to become this summer. It's the best car group leader and someone that just throws down. And it's abundance, deals flow to me. It's not a needy commission breath. It's we're getting deals closed no matter what. It's either you're gonna get sold with me, I'm gonna get you solar panels, or I'm getting your neighbor. We're making a decision now. That's the type of vibe that I have when I get into a home now. Not it's really good. This, trust me, it's just good. Just sign here, you know? It's more of a somebody else. If you're not getting it, somebody else on the street is getting it, dude. It's whether you want to be the one with this battery, or one of your other neighbors is getting it. We just can't do it for everyone. What do you think? That's the type of vibe that I have now. Because I already believe that the story is already written. I believe that I have to become this person. And I've stepped into it. That is why that I'm seeing momentum. And guess what? My car group throws the fuck down. I think that I have the best athletes in the entire region. I swear to God, bro. And they're all new. But guess what? Every time I wake up, freaking car bomb's there with this vest on, ready to go knock. I'm bro, it's fucking 8 a.m. Calm down. It's okay, we're leaving 15. I'm calm down, bro. That's the type of shit, though. They're on go. They're on go. Why? Because they're bought into this vision. That's when things started to change for me. But it doesn't just happen with that, though. You can't just think, okay, it starts with who you are and the identity. But then I heard Jesse Itzler talk about Be, do, have. Be, do, have. And this is how you create momentum. If you take anything away, this is it right here. So if you haven't been listening, fucking lock in. Be, do, have. And he said this. I was like, okay, I've heard that. I've heard that multiple times before. But I've never really implemented it into my life. Be, do, have. My whole life, I've been focused on the have. I thought I have to have it first so I can be this type of person. I have to have all of this money. I have to have all this money and all these coaches and all these installers to be the top installer, to be the top athlete, to be the top expert on the team. I have to have it before I can be it. That made sense in my mind. And then he said, you can't be successful if you're not successful first in your mind. You have to feel it. So I went out on a little walk after watching that video. This was like 3 months ago. Went to the edge of our little, like where there's new construction outside of Crew's house, looking at, I don't know what this mountain besides Temp is, but I call her Big Mama. I looked at Big Mama, stared up there, and it's dark, but I can still see her. And it was fireworks, so it was New Year's Eve. And I stared at that mountain, and I put my hands out like this, and I felt what it felt like to have all of this money, to have all of this success, to have all of this like the big podcast and the big personal brand that I want. I felt it. Like I felt, it's like, so this is what it feels like to have it. Damn, that feels good. But it was all just focused on have. But who do I have to become to get that? Be, do, have. So what I did, so listen here, this is the be, do, have. What I did, get really clear on have. What do you want? How you create momentum is creating a compelling future. You can't have momentum and be working towards something if you don't have a goal to work towards. Create a compelling future. That's exactly what I did. I got really freaking specific and really clear on what I wanted and by when I wanted it. I set a goal. I was like, okay, this is the goal that I'm working towards. This is a compelling future. It helps me get out of bed. It pulls me. I'm not pushing towards it, it's pulling me. I believe that the end is already written. I believe the end of my story is going to come true. I do. I believe the end of my story is going to come true because I believe that God has given me this clear vision for a reason and He wants me to win. This is the path that He has given me, and why would He not help somebody that He just gave a mission to? Why would He not help that person? He is helping me. I pray on my knees every night and I thank Him for the mission and I thank Him for the guidance and the strength that He gives me every day. I believe that God wants me to win because I believe that He's given me this mission. So that's what I got clear on. Get clear on what? Get clear on exactly what you want. Create that compelling future for yourself. Have. Do, actually. Do. None of this shit matters if you don't do nothing. Like, you can sit here and think about it and meditate, but then you don't do nothing. You can't have momentum without motion. You can't have momentum without motion. You have to take massive action. Get clear and then take massive action. What did I do? I hired a coach. I started writing down my pitch every single day because what you focus on, it grows. My car group, we write our pitch down every single day and we send it in. Why? When I go into a close, does my close go exactly how I write it? Hell no! For the most part, it never goes that way, to be honest. Like, to be frank with y'all, the most part, it never goes that way. But it gives me so much confidence because I'm walking into that house like, dude, like, I'm prepared. It feels good to be prepared, doesn't it? Like, everyone running this freaking marathon that is prepared, you feel excited about Saturday. But if you haven't, you're like, shit, I hope I can pull something out of my ass and complete this. But if you're prepared, that feeling that you have, it's a type of confidence that, like, other people can feel it. Like, when I sit down, like, even though whatever, like, anything you're about to say to me, I know how to overcome it. Like, you're gonna get it. That's the type of confidence that I have. Because I write my pitch down every single day, and I just intentionally focus. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Every single day, a little bit of focus. Continue with the day. A little bit of focus. It's like little droplets. And that's when you can build a big old bucket of confidence. Because every little day, it's a little tad bit. Whatever you focus on, it grows. So what did I do? I took massive action. I hired a coach. I hired to get around somebody that has done the thing that I want to do at a way higher level. Got around them. Then guess what she told me? Just write down your pitch. Fuck. I paid you this much money to tell me that. Like, started doing that though. And then I'm hanging around 2 top dogs right here. I'm getting around people and taking little pieces of advice and then taking massive action on it. When somebody that is doing something that you want to do at a higher level and they give you a piece of advice, here's my advice, fucking take it. Because it's obviously working for them, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I didn't. I just did exactly what they do. So that's do. Take action. And then obviously who you become. That is your identity. That is the story that you tell yourself. When I'm out here in market, like when I'm out in Texas, when we're out in Texas or Maryland, I'm telling myself that I'm the type of person that I sell every day. I'm the type of person I sell every day. Why? Because it's just how the story goes. Like, I'm sorry, it's just how the story goes. I believe that God has given me this vision for a reason. I believe that the ending of my story is going to come true. And I just have this just blind faith that it's all going to work out. And it's just part of the story. Like I'm just a really good car group leader, and I close a lot of deals for my guys and get them to install. And we have the best experience that anybody can have in the summer. That's just what we do. Like it's just a pull. It's just what we do. Like it's already been written. Like it's already been written. It's already done. I don't have to go out and fucking do. I don't have to go and push. Like it's already been done. It's a pull. I feel pulled. Because why? Because it's already been written. I'm this type of person. What does this type of person do? What does this type of person do? He does this. Like he's a great leader. He sells a lot. He leads by example. That's the type of person I am. Why? Because it's already been written. Because I believe, and the main thing that has changed for me also is I now, it's a non-negotiable for me. I get on my knees every night. I put my palms up and I pray to God. Every night, I do not miss. Just like writing the top 10 goals down, writing my close down, I get on my knees and I put my palms up. And I pray to God. And I thank God for giving me this mission. And I thank God for helping me on this mission. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how powerful it is for a human to believe that God has given him a vision and God wants him to win? Dude, it's changed everything for me. I believe, like this is crazy, like I believe that God wants me to win. Why would he give somebody a vision and make it so clear where that's all they think of and not help that person win? No, God gives visions to people for a reason. He does that. There's a vision that everyone in here, when I'm talking, you're thinking of it right now. Like, damn, I think of that a lot. Like, I think of this a lot. Get clear on it. Like, what exactly does that look like? And it might change. It might have changed, but then you get a little direction, and then God will help you. If you believe that God wants you to win, I promise you, everything will start to work out, and you will become that type of person that you're supposed to come to have the impact that he's calling you to have. That is how I went from push to just focusing on like what? Like wanting all of this stuff. Instead of focusing on the big goal, I focused on not how can I get there, but who do I need to become to get there? And once I figured out, okay, this is the type of person that I need to become in order to have all of this, if I believe that this big goal is going to come true, and I have that compelling future, and I believe that God has given me this vision for a reason, and I've gotten clear on it, and I believe that this is the story, this is the journey that I'm going to talk about that's going to have a lot of impact, and I believe that he is going to help me, and I believe that he wants me to win, cool. You don't even have to wake up and think things will just start to happen for you. That is what has been working for me. Hopefully this can work for you, but the main thing that has helped me is get on my knees and pray. Because I promise you, he will answer. And that's it for me.
Hell yeah.